Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
And every story can change the world.
Together we are Global Speakers Talk.
Hello, beautiful soul and global changemakers. I'm Anshu Tiwari, founder of Global Speakers Talk. And with so much gratitude and excitement, I welcome each one of you to our third annual International Live Conference. This platform started with just a dream to create a space where every voice matters and every story can change the world. From first day summit to today, this journey has been filled with love, connections, and transformation. And trust me, each and every speaker here hold a special place in my heart. Whether it's Tamara to Jomer, Paul, Navi, Coach, MJ, Kimberly, Shiraz, and the list is too long. And other leaders, incredible coaches who has supported this vision from the very early days of Global Speakers Talk. That's what Global Speakers Talk makes special. So it's not just an event, it's a family, a global community. Two heart-led people lifting each other higher. I'm truly deeply grateful of each one of you who has shown up here, contributed your energy, and even given me motivation for keep going. So now I have a great pleasure to invite to our wonderful, beautiful host, Tamara L. Hunter. Tamara is a cancer survivor, humanitarian, and president and co-founder of cb4l.org. She is also a global TV host and 5-time best-selling author. So now please help me to giving a big round of applause and lots of love to our beautiful host, Tamara L. Hunter. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to Global Speakers Talk, the very first day of a 9-day event that is going to be highlighting the voices of the world, the speakers that have valuable information to share for all of you out there in the world. You see, Ansu, who we want to say thank you so very much, the founder, CEO, and the lifeblood of Global's Speakers Talk, you have just heard from. She is the one that has been sending out daily information about these amazing speakers and voices that you are going to be hearing about throughout the first few weeks in December. We are going to be live on days between December the 2nd and December the 19th. Those days are going to be filled with information, voices, and actual you're going to want to write it down, is what we say on the Let's Talk Fabulous show. Write that down. Have your pen and paper ready. Have your journals ready. And I believe have your tissue box near too, because you're going to be wanting to get this information out there. You're going to be wanting to share it because, who wants to hear about AI? Who wants to understand what's going on with that? Who also wants to tap into their emotional intelligence? Who wants to be able to work with their mental health and health in general? There are so many different topics and so many global speakers that you're going to be hearing from. Myself, I want to say thank you to Ansu again for inviting me to welcome everybody here today, because you see, I do believe that we are called to this, to speak with all of you for a purpose, for a reason. Myself, yes, I am a survivor, a cancer survivor. 11 years ago, I heard those 3 words. Yet, I'll tell you, when I did, it was like, this is a chapter in my book. And some that have read some of the information that I have out there, I called it a duck. Okay, so it's a duck. I have a duck. I'll deal with my duck. And I will go on. You see, I didn't own the duck. It just showed up in my life to give me purpose, to give me a reason, to give me a voice, to say, okay, it's time to get out there and let everyone know that if they face a duck, that they are not alone. Because you see that there's healings through connections. And that's why when Ansu originally, she tracked me down over 3 years ago. And she said, I have this format and I'd like to have you come on and be the first one to welcome the little, if you will, the red dot, we'll just say it that way, wink, wink, format that she has, because she said, I have a voice and there are people that didn't allow me to go out with my voice. So guess what? I created a platform and I am bringing that platform to the world so that those that have a voice, those that have a message, and those that want to be able to share it have a place where they can do that. And she said, I would love for you to kick this off. And so at first I'm like, okay, who are you and what is this all about? And then when I heard her heart, and anybody that's listened to this woman's heart, and you just heard from her, it's genuine. She really honestly knows that the world needs the voices of the world. Now, Ansu, I don't know if I didn't get to see the full video, and we have the next one showing up, but I didn't get to see the full intro video, but we have it playing at the end of our welcome event today. And so if you stick around, that's one. Now we do want to right now recognize, because we have many of our speakers that are going to be speaking over the next 8 days that are here with us. And right now, what I'd like to do is I'd like for them all to raise their hand in the Zoom room. And yes, do it if you're on camera. And if you're not on camera, for the few that are not, yes, also put the little raising the hand icon. And these are our speakers. I am so thrilled and honored. Do you realize, guys, how many countries? I mean, I can get weepy. How many countries we have represented right now? The voices of the world. These are the speakers. And we have over 8 days that you're going to be hearing from close to 80 voices, speakers that are experts. You literally want to be writing it down. You want to get your phones out right now. Get your phones out, everyone. I want you, everybody that is watching this live, everybody that will be watching this in replay, I want you to be putting it in your calendars that we have on December the 2nd, you are going to be hearing about AI innovations. Who wants to know how to navigate that world? Let me put my hand up big on that with 2 hands. Oh, my fingers, get my toes in there too if I could. Yes, we want to hear from those that are the experts, because it's not that hard to navigate. And we're going to be then going into emotional intelligence on December the 3rd. Then next, this one's a big one. Not that emotional intelligence isn't, because emotional intelligence is something that we need to recognize. My professional background was that I was a headhunter consultant and worked on a global level worked closely with businesses, top businesses in their personnel needs. And I was an outside independent contractor. And so I could really be able to bridge what it is. And we found out years ago, decades ago, actually, wink, wink, that emotional intelligence and some of this, when companies, any of you that are out there and you're thinking emotional intelligence, what does that have to do with me? I'm a business person. Everything. You want to keep your people, you want to be there. December the 3rd, December the 4th, we have mental health. We're going to be in a digital world. Mental health in a digital world. Why? Because do you realize that the platform that I have on an international level, that we realized that, and we put this into practice and we were recognized for it, is that when you utilize our tools that are out there, it can bring it back to the personal. And our mental health right now, we're in a crisis. Yet we need to hear from the voices that are going to be sharing. So again, get your pen and paper ready. Get your calendars. If you use an old-fashioned one, get it down from the wall, be writing it down, put it in your phone, get the notifications going. And so that is December the 4th. Then we're going to have a few days off. Okay. We realize that you need time to process all of this, but we want you back on December the 10th. December the 10th is going to be the power of affirmations. Do you guys realize how truly powerful they are? They can change your trajectory, the journey of life. And we want you to be hearing from, you see these hands? These hands are our speakers. So we're going to have the power of affirmations next on December the 11th. Write it down. We have management and productivity. We need this topic because you see, now I am opening the idea here, and I want all of you to play along with me, is that do not create any boxes except for the ones you may be looking at on Zoom. Other than that, open the possibilities of what you're going to be hearing. So when you hear these titles, don't assume and say, I'm not interested in that one. You want to be, because we have speakers that are going to possibly blow in a good way your minds, in the fact that you're opening up the possibilities of the information that's being shared. So management and productivity on December the 11th. Then we're going to give you another few days off. But get ready again, get your phones, write it in there that on December 16th, we're coming back together. Who likes the idea of financial freedom? I already have a lot of hands, being raised right now, because we have our speakers. Again, those that are tuning in right now, either live or in replay, these are the voices of the world, and we have so many, many more. And we are all here to welcome you. And who is interested in financial freedom? Well, I know a lot of you out there are. And I'm going to also see on a personal note, do you realize that the energy that's involved? Again, I said, don't be thinking in a box, think outside of the box. Is that the energy that is involved? There is so much currency that is out there that the traditional idea of financial freedom, again, don't assume anything here. Be ready to write down notes. Be ready to absorb like a sponge what it is that our speakers are going to be sharing. Okay, so that is on December the 16th. Then on December the 17th, we have leadership resilience. Now, what is that about? Well, tune in. What I got to say, tune in, because there is leadership in every single area of our lives that we, ever hear the phrase lead by example? I use it with my children that now use it with their children. Because, there's so much truth in that. It's a simple concept that right there, that could be a full 8 days, right? And so you want to be tuning in on December the 18th. Then we're going to wrap it all up with a nice little bow on December the 19th. That is our last day. And I will be once again the host for that day. And it is all about relationship, family, and love. You know, it's because love is it. Anybody that knows me knows that that is really the cornerstone. Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love. You know, if we just live by those 5 principles, 5 activities, 5 ways of thinking, we have so much to offer the world. And our speakers on that day, I'm so excited because really love is a frequency, and we literally can change the world with our hearts and that frequency. And as a speaker out there, the voices of Global Speakers Talk, we are uniting the world right now. You see people from all over the world right here. And you're going to be seeing over 8 days of speaking voices from literally around the globe. Take that in. Voices from around the globe that are going to be sharing these actionable titles, these actionable thoughts and information. And some of it, yes, is that touchy-feely stuff. We need more of it. Let's not be ashamed of that. Because you see, if we do that, it's like that song, Imagine what the world can look like for not only today, but generations to come. This is a legacy of Global Speakers Talk. This is a 3rd annual event. And we're going to hear right now.
From every sunrise, every shore, a call for change we can't ignore. A spark of truth, a dream unfurled. We are the voices of the world. We're raising boys, transforming lives, a wave of hope that never dies. Each word a seed, each heart alive. Together we shine into the night. AI inspired, a new design, emotion guides the human mind. Digital hearts that learn to heal, affirm our truth, make dreams feel real. Time and focus, find our flow. Freedom builds from what we know. Leaders rise.
change the world.
Together we are global speakers talk.
Together we are Global's Speakers Talk, and that is the new theme song for this organization, for this movement. It is a global movement, and it's a community, even that much more. A community of people that are bringing their voices together, that have a common goal of saying, you know what, my voice matters, your voice matters. Together we are, collectively we are sharing our voice like a song in that. So congratulations, Ansu. Congratulations, Global Speakers Talk. You know, she gave me the over the 3 years that it started humbly. I love it, the legacy of the images and the videos that were in that music video. Did you really catch it? I mean, look at where it's come in just 3 years. And here now we have 8 days of speakers that, you know, close to 80 speakers from around the world, 3 years in. Think about, I'm one that does. I'm a business person. I'm a projector. I'm looking at 5 years, 10 years in. What are we going to be looking at? You are here at the right place at the right time right now. And as we go forward, we're going to now start highlighting. I want to again welcome everyone that is here with us live and everyone that is going to be watching in replay. You are important. You are showing up at the right time. And I want to also give all of you that are sitting there right now and saying, I want to be one of those ones that has my hands up. In fact, why do they have their hands up right now? Well, let me tell you, if you just turned in, they have their hands up because these are the speakers that will be speaking to you over the next 8 days. And we went through the days, but to remind you, December the 2nd, December the 3rd, December the 4th, we again, December the 10th, and we're going to continue on now.
Welcome to the future, where human intelligence meets artificial brilliance. On December 2nd at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll dive into an extraordinary theme. The future is now: AI, innovation and human intelligence. Join brilliant thought leaders, visionaries, and changemakers from around the world as we explore how artificial intelligence is shaping business, creativity, and the human spirit. This inspiring global experience will be streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn via StreamYard. Get ready to witness insights, innovation, and impact.
Welcome everyone to this powerful gathering of voices and visionaries at Global Speakers Talk. My name is JB Herrera and I'm the founder and CEO of Insight Driven Business, and I'm your host for this event series.
JB, I'm going to call upon you right now. Yes. And in fact, I'm going to have everybody take your hands down. So unclick your raised hands right now, because what we're going to do is JB is going to come forward live with me and we're going to talk for a moment. And then I'm going to ask, we're going to ask that. And so JB, raise your hand so that you are front and center. And then we're going to be announcing who it is that's going to be speaking with you on December the 2nd. So why should someone tune in, JB? That's the big question. I mean, AI, my goodness, this is exciting.
Yeah, this AI is really an interesting subject. And what we know is that our lives have been transformed by this type of technology. Everybody uses it on a daily basis if you have even a cell phone, because the technology is embedded in so many different things that we do on a daily basis that you don't even know about. But what we want to do in this event is take that technology and bring it forefront and explain to people exactly how you could potentially use this for your personal and professional enhancement. So you don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be fearful of this technology. What you do need to have is a sense of curiosity and a drive to become better than who you are today. Because in my company, Insight Driven Business and Synergy AI, we talk about human brilliance augmented with AI. Don't think about AI as a tool to replace you. Think of it as an opportunity to expand what you're capable of doing. And that's what tomorrow's going to be all about. I'm really excited about hosting this and introducing all of these great speakers from around the world. So thank you, Anshu and Global Speakers Talk, for allowing us to bring this topic, this timely topic, to everybody.
Well, I have to say personally, I can't wait. I cannot wait for tomorrow because I had this discussion with one of my mentors not long ago, maybe about a year or two ago. And she's like, okay, yeah, you need to get on the bandwagon. And I'm like, I'm old fashioned. I still use an old fashioned calendar. That's why I used it. Though I have a calendar in my phone. But recently, I have been just kind of like starting to convert over, a latecomer. But truthfully, I'm not a latecomer, am I right now, JB? I mean, really.
Absolutely not. No, we're at the infant stage of where AI technology is and where it can potentially go. And so if you're an early adopter, which is really the technologies that are being deployed are for developers, right? They're not full-blown built out products and tools that everybody can use. So it's really early on. The most important part at this point is not to be afraid of the hype machine that's out there. It's really to understand the underlying core of what this can potentially do for you if you're willing to jump in. There's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, I'm an old guy and I'm doing it. So if I can do it, everybody can do
We're
it.
not going to go there. Wink, wink. Just, we're not going to get our birth certificates out, guys. That's not a prerequisite here. Don't get your driver's license. We don't want. We have children of all ages here. We're representative because it's a matter of, and we're going to go into that in some of these other days because it's really who we're showing up as. So you mentioned it. Who are your speakers? So right now, those speakers that are on December the 2nd that are going to be supporting this topic, AI, we want your hands raised right now. And JB, why don't do you have the list of your speakers and let's go, Eve, if you're here, we want to say hello. And guys, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay. Love the facial hair. That's like, okay, really, really cool. And we've got some people here that you can say, okay, they look like they know what they're going to be talking about. I cannot wait to hear from each and every one of you. JB, who is it that's going to be speaking?
Well, the dream team is right up front, right? Bruno and Stacy, welcome to you. Love your business and everything that you're doing. So they're gonna be leading off tomorrow. And then that's going to be followed by Shadab Hussain. Shadab, are you here? He's going to be coming on. He's got a great business in Chicago. Then Nicole Compton will be showing up. Nicole is amazing and is going to go deep into some of these topics that are going to help each of you individually. Then Kanji Lowe. Hey, Kanji, how you doing, buddy? All right, man. I'm looking forward to having you there. And my friend James McNeil. James, how you doing, buddy? James is going to be here. He's going to be talking about some great stuff and how you can implement these in your business and professional life. Tom, Tom, are you here? There you go. There you go, my man. How are you? Tom's going to be here. He's going to be talking on AI as well. Some of the information that you're going to see, you're going to hear, it overlaps, but the breadth of what we have and the depth of what you're going to learn is going to fundamentally change not only your understanding of AI, but also how you can implement that. And then we're really excited about that. And then finally, our last speaker for the day is Jan Roberts. Jan, I know you're there. There he is. There's the man himself. I've had the pleasure of speaking with most of these speakers in the past, hosting different events. And what's amazing is the depth of knowledge. I'm so privileged and honored to be able to host this kickoff
Prepare
event.
to park your car. You will need to walk to your destination
Coach
from
Craig,
there.
go for it, bud.
Arrived.
So I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait for everybody to learn all the different things and topics that we're going to cover tomorrow. So thanks, appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And you know what? I literally am going to have my notepad, my pen, and I'll probably be Googling even at the same time who does that. I do. Like, okay, that's interesting. I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. I'm going to go down that one because this is the time right now. And for all of you out there, I love the way you said that, JB, is that how reassuring. It's something we can all be doing. We're not latecomers. It's not like you have to get rid of the paper calendar either, guys. No, there's place for all of it right now. Open our minds. We're going to ask all of our speakers that just put your hands up, take your hands down, because we're going to be going on to hear about JB. You're up next, and we're going to hear from had the video that's going to tell us a little bit about what we're going to be experiencing on December the 3rd. And as we're waiting for that to get queued up, I was going through. So again, here it is. Let's hear about December the 3rd.
In a world driven by change, true leadership begins with emotion, the ability to connect, inspire, and lead with heart. This December 3rd at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, join us for the 3rd Annual Global Speakers Talk International Conference, as we explore emotional intelligence in leadership. Global voices from around the world come together, leaders, coaches, and changemakers, sharing insights that awaken empathy, purpose, and impact. Discover how emotional awareness transforms teams, strengthens relationships, and defines authentic success. Hosted by JB Herrera.
Welcome everyone to this powerful gathering of voices and visionaries at Global Speakers Talk. My name is JB Herrera and I'm the founder and CEO of Insight Driven Business. And I'm your host for this event series.
So JB, we're going to speak a little bit more. So you're going to be double dipping 2 days in a row. Thank you for that. And, I want to also just recognize the fact that Ansu really went out there to find the best hosts and speakers to be sharing with all of you. And emotional intelligence, let's dive a little deeper into that. That's two very important, timely topics, right, JB?
Absolutely. In fact, these two go hand in hand, right? The event from AI leads you into a place where, oh my gosh, what's going to really happen? What does this really mean for me? Emotional intelligence.
I'm going to interrupt you for a moment. I'm going to ask everybody, please, because we are live, please mute unless you are speaking right now. And JB and I should be the only two that are unmuted. So thank you very much for that. A production note. Go ahead, JB.
Sure. When you understand how things are changing so quickly, it becomes very apparent that in that rapid change, we need to have some form of stability, some form of mechanism that we have, which is called emotional intelligence. And that's going to enable us to take ourselves to the next step. So that's what this day is all about. And we're going to have a bunch of speakers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have a whole bunch of speakers who are going to talk about emotional intelligence and how that affects your life today. What it means from the past, what it means today, and how you can apply that emotional intelligence in the future. Really looking forward to that.
And so what I'm hearing right now is this topic is something that is relevant for today. And as we are looking at the calendar, we talk a lot about that. And again, December the 3rd, shameless, Yes, December the 3rd. You want to put this in there, put it in your calendar, put it in your phone, be putting it sticky tabs, whatever you do to remind yourself. This is something that's not only relevant for today, but also it's something that could be a generational pattern that we need to understand how today affects for tomorrow. And that leads to all of the topics. So, JB, why don't we do this? Let's invite those that are going to be speaking on the second day. Let's have you all raise your hands right now. We want to give you a recognition. And JB, let's go over a little bit more about your speakers.
Sure. Sam Mitchell's going to lead us off. Sam is an expert in, he's got a podcast on autism, rocks and rolls. And what I will tell you is that his message is so important that everybody should come and just listen for that alone. But he leads off and then moves forward. Kate Kendall will be there. Kate, you're here. And then Jose Angel Rumik, there he is, my man. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you again. Alicia Hurt will be here. And then Catherine Holt. Kathy, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. It's great to have. I'm really excited to have you speaking at this event. I'm really excited about that. Rania Hotite will be there. Terrace Crawford, and Michelle Aurora, how are you? Nice to see you. It's great. Look at that smile. See, when you have emotional intelligence, that's the kind of face you have, right? And then finally, Ilona Selke will be here. She'll be here by video. She has a prior commitment, but it's so important for her that she decided to record and be here for at least for video because her message is so important. So again, remember, December 3rd, we start at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Please take the time. This is one of the most important subjects that you're going to be able to listen to. Not that the other subjects aren't important also. But what this does is it sets the stage for your curiosity and for your mindset to be able to absorb everything else that we're going to be talking about at this event.
Very, very important and well said, JB. And you, as the moderator and host of these 2 days, I want to congratulate you for taking that on and helping to navigate the day for all of us and all of our speakers for those 2 days. Welcome. Excited to hear from you. I know I'll be taking plenty of notes. And think of it this way too, guys. This is the time and season of giving. And we call it, a gift of today. What is that also known as the present and presence of being here, and give that gift of time, because time is something that is priceless. Give that gift to yourself during this holiday season of investing in yourself for these days. So again, we've made the case. I believe we made the case, JB, for December the 2nd and December the 3rd. Show up and to watch live. Now, I'll give you a production clue because that's my background, guys, is that you can, on StreamYard, you can be commenting. For those of you that are watching, you can be commenting. And like hurrah, yay, on for Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Go watch, comment, let us know where you're at. Let us know you're watching. We want to hear from you too, because you see, it is a collective. The other thing I want to share is that if anybody that's out there watching and saying, I want to do that, like they are, I want my hand up sometime, I want my hand up next year. Okay, then show up, start speaking, because we need you. We need to hear your voice, the voices of the world. So all of you that are sitting right now and saying, I want to be a speaker, I can talk about that topic or others, then do it. This is your time. This is your season. We invite you. And what is amazing is this platform of Global Speakers Talk. It was started for all of you that are thinking that way right now. I want to speak. Okay, contact Global Speakers Talk and do it. It's that simple. It's that simple. So thank you. We're going to have you take your hands down now because we're going to go on to our next topic, a very important topic. It is a topic that is in fact, we just did a song, the Fab Five on my show, Let's Talk Fabulous. We just did a song that was dedicated to this topic. It's so important that we need to draw together. Mental health is our topic.
Here's a quick scenario for you. So, you have a few minutes to spare. You have, say, 5 to 10 minutes of free time. What's the first thing you do? Probably stare at the wall, probably make some coffee, or get a glass of water, or just do nothing, right? Probably, yeah. But at the same time, we're most probably gonna reach out for our phones and just spend those few minutes browsing social media, browsing memes, browsing whatever that we feel like browsing. And when you think about it, it's like we spend what's supposedly a time to breathe, a time to rest our minds, to consume more content. And at the end of the day, we just end up feeling extra tired, extra overwhelmed. We probably had busy days, right? Probably there were already too much going on at work, at school, in life. But then at the time that we can actually rest up, clear our minds, we unconsciously just consume more and more and more. And to be honest, it feels like it's getting harder and harder to disconnect from the real world. So that's exactly why I'm inviting you to join us on December 4th at 9 a.m. EST for an unmissable session called Mental Wellness in the Digital Age, where we are creating calm in chaos, wellness for a wired world. Hi, my name is Pau, and I will be hosting this session. So thank you so much to Global Speakers Talk for having me, and having our speakers talk about something that's really, really relevant in this day and age. This talk is actually a part of the 3rd Annual International Live Conference happening from December 2 to 19, hosted by Global Speakers Talk. So I hope you can catch our segment, our talk, and all of the other segments happening as well. So don't forget to check out Global Speakers Talk on all of your socials, and we have the registration link for this specific event right here in the description. So if you're just like me and you're seeing this on your what's supposedly a break time, or what's supposed to be a time to rest your minds, then I hope you can join us on December 4th at 9 a.m. EST so that we can learn to be less wired in this very wired world and simply connect for all the right reasons. Until then, this is your host, Pao, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all.
Do we have Pao with us right now? If we do, we need to have you raise your hand. Raise your hand, Pao. I hear you.
Oh, let me. Can't find.
Oh, there
raise
I
hand
see. I
is-
see.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, oh, there you are. Okay, there's a raise hand gesture. Hi, everyone.
There you are. Okay. And you know what? If you can turn your camera on, great. If not, we're just grateful to have your voice with us today. So, Pao, tell us a little bit more. You know, I have to say, when I first saw your video, your hair, let's just talk. Girl, I love it. Love it.
Thank
Love
you.
it. Fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you have such a presence about you. And you know, it just kind of like it zooms. And I'm like, oh, you are perfect to be talking about this, because when you think about this, sometimes this topic can be like, yeah, you have this calmness and this ability to just put people at ease. Let's dive a little deeper into that, okay?
Sure. Okay. No problem. I unfortunately can't open my camera. I'm not really feeling all that well, and I kind of want to reserve my energy for the fourth, for the main segment. But I'm so glad to still be able to join in this space right now. So thank you so much.
Perfect, perfect. So what is it that we can, I mean, you really put it out there well, yet what is it again that we can really be, like diving into and showing up? Why do we want to hear from your speakers that day? Because mental health in the digital age, and
Mm-hmm.
you really put it in that, okay, what do we typically do? You have the human existence down, like our
Right.
habits. How do we
Absolutely.
navigate that? What are we expecting to hear?
I guess we're expecting to hear a lot from coaches who are also talking about the space in a more professional way. Because, like, I think all of us can speak from experience, I'm sure, right? Like, we all experience the burnout, we all experience the mental toll that the digital space is giving. As I said in the video, sometimes you want to just relax, right? We just want to chill. We want to spend like 5 minutes of just staring to a wall or refreshing our brains. But what do? Right? Somehow we end up reaching up for our phones. We open social media, the next thing we know, it's our 5 minutes turn into an hour of just doom scrolling. And even if we say that we don't want to be overwhelmed with information, we can't help it. We see information everywhere, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, all of us or most of us can simply speak on just our own experiences, our own everyday lives, our own humanness, basically. But to hear it from credible individuals who also speak about it in a more professional way with like science-backed facts or,
Amen.
coaches who have studied these things in a much deeper way, I think that's what we can really look forward to because we are also learning both from people who experience this and people who are definitely credible enough to speak about this in a very professional way. So personally, I am definitely looking forward to it. The most that I can do is to host the panel, the segment, and to introduce our speakers, facilitate the question and answer, give a few words here and there. But I'm really looking forward to also listening. I feel like I'd also be a participant in that space as well as everyone else. So I hope we can all look forward to it because I think genuinely this is a situation that everyone is experiencing. Like no one
Yeah.
is exempted from this.
Yeah.
You don't need a type of work where you're sitting in front of the computer 24/7. No, even if you're a student, right? You're studying. Even if you're not facing your computers all the time. Somehow when we think of taking a break, sometimes the most top of mind thing is to scroll social media, scroll the
Hmm.
internet, right? So
Right. Right.
regardless of which stage you are in life, it's an experience. This is something that we all go through.
I love it. In fact, I love it. Okay, so anybody that's here, okay, I have this old-fashioned phone. And you think about okay, yeah, my age. Okay, so yeah, it's not like we take our phone that used to be on the wall or even this old kind of
Absolutely,
old-fashioned thing.
absolutely.
And because now our phones go with us 24/7 and they are the digital
Yes.
age, right? And we're not saying that you have to completely unplug and go back to the dark ages, that there's a way of being able to find a healthy balance. What I'd like to do right now is call up our speakers that we're going to be hearing from. So raise your hands if you're with us that you're going to be speaking on December the 4th. We want to see who you are and recognize you. And Pal, would you like to just, go over your list of speakers?
Okay, so I'd love to let's all look forward to hearing more from Coach Anna, Frankie, Elvira, and Coach Craig. We're so excited because again, let me just I really just want to highlight that anyone can talk about this on a personal experience level. And I think for most of us, that's the most that we can do, right? To talk about it based on experience, but to hear it in a more in-depth way. And to be honest, I feel like it's a lot more personal that way. We can go on Google, right? We can go on Google and
Yeah.
just search on tips like how to battle burnout in a digital age. We can all do that. We can read articles, we can scroll TikTok, we can scroll social media for tips and tricks. But to be in a space where there are actually people right there with us to talk about it and being given a space where we can also ask questions, I think that's something that's really, really wonderful. Because sometimes we have questions that we can leave on posts, but highly likely, probably the creator won't be able to see it or won't be able to respond to it. But this time around, we're given that space to really interact and ask around. So thank you. Thank you so much for sharing with us your time and expertise.
Thank you for that and bringing that up. I really want to emphasize that because of the way that the digital studio is, it's going to be different. This is a Zoom studio for all of you that are watching right now. We are going to be in a different digital studio starting tomorrow, of which when Pal just mentioned, go ahead, ask the questions. Now, will they be answered live? Possibly, possibly not. Yet the charm of the studio that we're using, and Ansu was so smart in setting it up this way, is that we will ask our speakers to go back to the comments in these different platforms and share some wisdom, answer a question, or you can also be watching and following these individuals. And so we really want engagement from all of you that are watching and with our speakers to be able to say, okay, I hear you, because that's part of that communication in the digital world. It goes along with AI, it goes along with emotional intelligence, and it goes along with how do we navigate and keep our mental awareness, health, and such in a digital age. And so, Pal, thank you so very much. And I'm excited to hear. I got to spend a few moments with Frankie before we went live, and I'm very excited to hear what he had to say, and I cannot wait to hear from all of you that will be speaking on the third day, which again is December the 4th. Now, what time? We have people from all around the world right now. Well, we're going with the US time. Translate that out for where you live in your area. But we will be going live at 6 o'clock in the morning Pacific, 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. So, Pacific, Mountain, Central, and Eastern. We're making it very simple for you guys. Again, I said, get your phones out. Now, also, when you get your phones out, I want you to go to Facebook, if you're on Facebook, or to any of your favorite social media platforms. Look up Global Speakers Talk. Put on your notifications. Join. It's free. She wants you to be a part of a community that is sharing voices. The song, Voices of the World, their theme song, it is not just being said, it is actually a way, a movement, a wave that is crossing across the globe to be able to share this kind of information out there. So thank you, speakers. And thank you in advance for what it is that you're going to be sharing. I know I need to hear it because sometimes I am the worst at unplugging. And we need to find that balance because it really does affect our general health when we make these smart choices and to have actionable kind of like steps and the science behind it. That's pretty exciting. So we're going to be going on next. The power of affirmation. You know what? We're going to be hearing about that, but I'm really big about, I always have like, anybody that knows me knows that I love my stuff. Power of affirmations, huge. Let's hear what we have to hear.
I become, I believe, I am. I am a great voice artist. I have found and have come to love my own voice. Someone out there needs to hear my voice. Great day, my name is Navi Garcia, a certified voice artist from the Philippines, and those were the first few lines of the CVAB mantra, our core affirmation as certified voice artists. I'm inviting you to attend the third annual International Live Conference by Global Speakers Talk on Wednesday, December 10th, 2025, to learn how to harness the power of affirmations with Lee Piper Smith and other powerful manifestors. As your host for that day, my vision is that we all recognize, acknowledge, and embrace the powerful truth that simple words can be strong. When we repeat honest, positive words, they shape how we think, And our thoughts guide how we act, and over time, how we act shapes our lives. If you're watching this, this is a sign for you to mark that day and show up. So you'll hear meaningful stories from our amazing speakers, you'll learn their best practices, and you'll remember that your own voice can lead you forward. Again, this is Navi Garcia, your host for Day 5 of the 3rd Annual International Live Conference, sponsored by Global Speakers Talk, happening on December 10th, 2025, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Join us and reclaim your share of the power of affirmations live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Register for free. See you there.
Thank you, Navi. Navi could not join us today. However, I'm going to be kind of like navigating you guys a bit. I'm a big believer in the power of affirmations. And when he started off, I am, and all of those, I'm not going to ask for a show of hands because that's really right now for our speakers right now, but you can do it if your camera's on. I will say that anybody that was to come into my house would see that I put sticky notes all over the place, and they always will say, I am, and all of that type of language, because the thing that we need to understand how important it is that when we are using that simple language and the power of affirmations, anything and all things are possible, and our minds, our machines are going to help to make that happen. And so our speakers are going to be able to speak to this, and I'll probably be writing a whole journal, probably with what is going to be said. So what I would like to do is yes, I've got some of my speakers already, raising their hands. We want to recognize all of you that are going to be, and I'm going to actually go over the list of who will be speaking on that day. Again, this is a personal topic for me. I'm huge. I mean, I have to remember to leave a little room for my face, on my mirror in my bathroom, because it's like, that's the first thing I see. And then it's like different colors because, okay, right now, these are the most important ones. And it's like, oh no, they're like old friends. I can't take that one down. I'll maybe move it over here right now, because this one is the one I need to be really, I am, right? Wink, wink, I am this or that. So I want to recognize, and we have so many of our speakers here. This is so exciting. So exciting. Okay, so we have, raise your hand, your actual hand, because I know you have your hands there. But so then as we clarifying. Okay, Susan, do we have Susan here? Susan, yes, hi. Susan is going to be speaking with us. Sam, do we have Sam Mitchell? We have Sam, yay, hi. It's like, I can't wait. And then we have Lee Piper Smith. Do we have, yes, hi, there you are. Up there. So exciting. Is Robert here with us? Robert, yes, hi. I see you. I am so excited. Let's see, Karen. Do we have Karen? Karen, well, we're going to be hearing from Karen also. We've got Julian. Is Julian here right now? Yes, I see you right there. And Jillian. Is it Jillian? Jillian. Yes, so sorry. I got it wrong. Need to have my glasses redone. Okay, Yen. Yes, thank you for the love. Thank you for the heart, Yes, hi, Yen. So exciting that you're here. And okay, forgive me if I say this wrong. Ed Hippen? Do we have, I'm excited to hear Ed Hippen. If nothing else, I want to know how to say your name correctly, because names are so important. And then Sheldon, do we have Sheldon here too? Sheldon, thumbs up. Yay. Okay, so, thank you all because anybody that has I'm a few days old. I'm not going to go into how many days, but a few, wink, wink. And anybody that understands and has been around, when I first started what I'm doing, I had some people that were like so loving, and they would say, "Do you understand your language is so important?" And how it works within your machine, if you will. And if you just tweak this, you just change that a little bit, you're out there talking the world about overcoming cancer. Let's really talk. Wear the right color. Because I went out there in black because it's easy to match. That's not really smart. And then watch your words and how powerful they are. And that taking that lovingly by the side and talking to me has made such a huge difference. These speakers right here, you are literally, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, how important this topic is. And I cannot wait to hear from each one of you. I think it was set up really well by Navi. Navi, really just kind of nailed that one with what it is and why it is. So all of you out there that are watching, join me in, I'm going to be consuming this information just like you. I'm going to be one of the ones watching just like you, that I cannot wait to hear. And are we giving much more information away right now? No, on purpose, because you got to show up. You need to be there. So 6 o'clock Pacific, get your coffee, put your comfy robe on. Again, this is the time of giving. Give yourself that gift of the power of affirmations, because I put it to the test. I really did. I'm like, okay, does this really work? So I started doing some of my own testing. It does. It really does. You just change this a little bit. You tweak that a little bit, and you really put it out to the universe and into your internal machine, and watch the miracles, literally. Because you know what? We can expect those. And so many people out there right now, it ties into what we were just talking about, mental health. And you see how she did this on Sue? You're brilliant for the way that she did the different days, because it ties into when we have the power of affirmations. Some people might say, power of affirmations, I'm missing that one, I'm going to go shopping. No. This one is so incredibly important, because when we feed ourselves in the right way, and the power of our words, think of it this way: power of our words, the power of the intention behind, you're going to be hearing about it. There's science to back all this up, guys. Seriously. There's studies, there's education, there's certificates, there's so much in this. And yet something as simple as putting things up on your mirror just enough, and so that you can at least wash your face, that every day you can be making a difference in your. So I want to say thank you to all of our speakers right now. Thank you for all your prep work. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for taking this topic on. And I really do believe that I've made the case, at least for myself. I'm a believer. I want to change that. I know the power that this topic has. I know, I have experienced, and I know, I have a knowledge that if you put into practice, if you exercise what the tools are you're going to be given, you will see that you have a potential for the end of your year, 2025, to, again, we're going outside the boxes, guys. But then we have a new year, a new opportunity. Every day we wake up, truthfully, is a gift. That's why we call it the present, right? Give yourself the gift of affirmations. The energy that it takes, that, if you will, the currency of your own energy is going to be well worth the time to listen, the time to take the notes, the time to invest in yourself, and then let the miracles, expect the miracles. I do. I do. And that's huge because I put it to the test. So thank you, speakers. Thank you. Thank you. I am so excited about this day. Ansu, this is just so much fun. You guys are amazing. And look at the smiles. Look at these smiles. These are the people that are going to be motivating you. And we've got, we've got Robert that's very busy right now. And yeah, there's a smile. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all to our speakers for showing up and what it is that you're going to be sharing with us. And next we have, okay, this is just, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just so excited to be investing because all of you that are watching this right now, I want you to see that you might say, oh, but this is free. It's a free event. And free events, sometimes they say, well, I don't have to pay for it, so why should I watch it? You may not have to pay, if you will, whatever your financial currency is for whatever country you belong to, whatever your currency is. Your personal currency is priceless. Priceless. So the investment that you're making right now, think of it this way. You're investing in yourself. You're giving yourself that present to be at these events. And you can, think of it too. You can do it in the comfort of your jammies, your slippers, and most comfortable things. You don't have to go to an actual event where you travel to do all that. That's always fun. Yet this one, I will say that it is possibly going to be much more impactful without having to pack a suitcase, and do all of this. And if you want to do that, pack a suitcase and then put it by the door, but then get your comfortable jammy and say, okay, I did that. Okay, yeah, that's my norm. And now I'm going to watch this. I'm going to invest in learning. I am going to spend the time. So our next one that is up is management and productivity. I'll tell you, this is the area that I spent years. So important. Let's watch.
It has 10 days running between the 2nd and the 19th of December. And the day that I will be hosting is on December the 11th, where the theme is time management and productivity. Now, I think we all sometimes have an issue with being busy, but are we really effective? Are we really productive? So here you will learn how to become more effective, how you become more efficient, and therefore also become more productive. So if as a business owner, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, even as an individual, if you want to learn how to increase your bottom line, if you want to learn how to waste less time and become a person that at the end has actually some time left over during the day for the things that really matter, then you need to join us on the 3rd annual Global Live conference from the 2nd to the 19th of December. My name is Jan Roberts. I will be hosting December the 11th, time management and productivity. I look forward to seeing you there. Take care.
Jan, let's bring you up. Raise your hand. I know you're here. So there you are. Okay, raise your hand. Not also your digital hand. So that you're brought up next to me. There you go. First of all, I love the accent. Where are you from?
Well, originally from the Netherlands, but we emigrated in the late 70s to Scotland. So I'm a kilt-wearing Dutchman. And the last 11 years I've now spent in sunny South Africa.
That is why, because I was an international recruiter. And so oftentimes I can hear certain accents and I can pinpoint where they're from. I could not pinpoint yours. Now I'm feeling a little bit more, I haven't completely lost it because it's like, okay, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that, I'm hearing a little bit of a lot. And so, you're fascinating to me yet let's go into this, because this topic is also so timely, so important. What is it that people are going to be expecting to hear? Let's just dive right in, because business people are like, let's go to the bottom line. What are they going to be hearing from your speakers?
Well, I mean, as I started reading through all the amazing biographies of the speakers that I will be hosting on that day, it's going to be a wide variety of subjects, and it's not just purely about time, but the stories around it, what time gave them as well, and how you can get more productive. And I love it because I'm also speaking on the second, and I thought, well, one of the things that you can do to manage your time more effectively is learn AI, because AI will give you time back. You can never get time back that has been passed, but in the future you'll have more time available that otherwise you wouldn't have, and you've spent on mundane things. So I think all the subjects here come together very well. And I also want to say about the whole time management and productivity. People say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But I also want to say is I know we're in December, but don't wait until the 1st of January to implement any of what you hear in these 10 days, whether it's AI, emotional intelligence, or any of the other amazing subjects, because there's so many different speakers. And yes, please make plenty notes, but don't leave it there. Whether it's, I mean, how can you use anything, including time management, or become more productive? If you take notes and you say, yeah, I've got it now, and then you put it on the shelf. I call it shelf development rather than self-development. So I think it is very important that we don't never wait and say, oh, tomorrow. My friend, the mentor Les Brown, says the richest place is the graveyard, because of, that's where people have books that were never written, inventions never invented, songs never sung. I think you get the story. But we leave things off until tomorrow, and we're all busy. But the question is, are we effective? And if you weren't effective before, I already see this in AI, and I'm going to talk into that as well. If you weren't effective before, you really find out how much extra time that you will have available to yourself if you finally start to do it right. So I think there's a lot of things that we can combine from all the amazing speakers over the whole 10 days. If you can't make them all of it, make as many of them as possible. Because yes, I'm privileged to host this day, and I'm likely to host another two, but we'll talk about that later. But the thing is, I think that with all the amazing speakers bring their heart to the table. They bring their knowledge to the table. They bring their experience to the table. So I mean, time management and productivity is huge. As I said, we say we're all very effective, and we have no time left. We've all got 24 hours a day, but it is what we do with it, because we can't really manage time. We all know that by now. But we can deal with ourselves how we use that time that is available to each and every one of us. Because why are some people much more effective? Why are some people successful and others are not? Sometimes we have to look in the mirror and say, what is the person on the other side doing with that 24 hours a day you've got? And have that conversation. You can do that now if you've got a clone. If you get an AI clone, you can have a real conversation. That's a story for tomorrow, actually. But the thing is, I love all these different subjects, and I want to say it. I said to her personally as well, Anshu, she's done an amazing job. It's sometimes like herding cats to bring that many speakers together, and it's very courageous to bring about 80 speakers together, because one day is already something. But talk about time management, how she fitted all these kind of speakers in all the different days, roughly about 8 every single day. I mean, I take my hat off her, and I think, I know she's been stressed out. I know she's had a lot of issues with ensuring that speakers turn up, and ensuring that the bios are there, and the spreadsheet she put together. I tell other people when I go and speak, when I don't hear from a conference, I say you need to come here, not just for speaking, but to see how it's really done. Because what Anshu has done, and what she's done since July, I mean, the information, I think every of us, I mean, how she had all that time available to do what she's done. So I think she's a great example of a lot of the things that people are going to be talking about. And I must say, I'm eternally grateful that what she's done, and just that all of us, I think we can say that to be part of this and to give back to what Anshu has done as well is, for me, one of the most important things.
You just gave us right there, golly, lots of amazing information. In fact, come back and listen to what was just said, because of the fact that right there you can even just start going down the rabbit hole on so much of the information that you shared. But the bottom line is this, is that I will tell you, anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big note taker, but I'm a big time blocker. And I am always about not only taking the action, but also having the results. And so when you put all of that together, and then how can you get to from A to Z in the least amount of energy for the maximum outcome? And there's so many different things. And when you start doing it and you can breathe and have fun and enjoy and laugh and love and all of the neat things, when you start putting these tools together and you start implementing also, and it makes total sense that you'll be speaking on the first day, and then also again double dipping. And when is this, guys? Write it down, and I almost feel like, okay, we're doing a test. It is December the 11th. And I come back from the days that I actually, long time ago, I got to film with Stephen Covey, and when Covey and Franklin, they put their businesses together, and I was involved in a pilot program for them in regards to time management, and did this whole thing. We filmed, and we got to go through this process and learn how to use their programs, and take the 5 things, and you do it, and the time blocking, and then time management, and use their old fashioned. Yeah, that's one of the reasons it took me for so long to get into the digital age, because I was so entrenched. Yet those timeless skills, and now we are going into the modern day. And so you said it so well, Juan. And how do I say your first name correctly? I want to get it right.
It's Jan.
Jan. Okay, so
Jan.
Jan, because I was saying Jan, then I was saying what? No, Jan. Yeah, I'm
I've been
from
called a lot
Southern
worse, so it doesn't
California
matter.
originally, living in the heartland of the U.S. now, in the Ozarks. So with that, let's see who are our speakers that are going to be giving us true, these are the ABCs. Oh, I'm not surprised, JB. Not surprised at all, of course. And for those, and you know what, Bala, I'm so excited to see you here too. Thank you for being here. And I'm not surprised. Okay, time management, guys. Some of them are probably doing other things right now, and don't take that as, oh, I'm just over. I'm not gonna go. They didn't show up. I'm not gonna show up. Guys, I want you to understand that the gift, again, we're talking a lot about being present, and the gift of these speakers coming to share their wealth of information so that you can set your lives up for success, priceless. Again, Global Speakers Talk, and Ansu, we just admire so much of what you've been doing here, and thank you for it, because the tools, and I want you to think of it this way. When I speak on stage, I have many of us have kind of the same stuff, but we take our spin to it, right? And yes, because I've lived it, in that I believe in toolboxes, and teams, and and being wise about this area of life and that area. And as my kids were growing up, I have special needs children. Here I have a professional job, special needs children, all these different things going on, and a single mom at the same time. How do you make that happen? You make that happen because it's the gift of your life today. Yet we need to be able to have tools. We need to have strategies. We need to be able to then also live our lives. It goes back to mental health in the digital age. It goes to that emotional intelligence. It goes to even the power of affirmations. But when we can then put into productivity and management, and you really made the case that we want to be showing up, and you want to be ready to take the notes, yes. But I like the way you said, don't just put them on a shelf somewhere. Really be committed. I want all of you that are watching this right now to make a promise to yourself, because it's going to be up and write it down somewhere. I do believe in the legacy of I'm really all about the legacy of love. It's just really what it's all about, because that is a powerful tool. And write it down that, okay, I spent 8 days. I invested in myself. And then even write down, what is it that you want to have come out of this, and put it away to then revisit in a year. Powerful, powerful tool, because if you put into implementation what you're going to be, and then commit to yourself, okay, I'm going to put so much time management, time blocking, so much time, and commit something, and then maybe even get that power buddy, all the different strategies, right? To then come up with, all right, in a year, this is where I'll be. I bet you anything, I'm not a betting person, but I bet you anything that you're going to be well beyond what you wrote down where you want to be if you implement all of what you're going to be hearing over these 8 days. So, John, thank you. Thank you. I'll get it right here someday. Forgive me, at least the intention is pure. And so thank you for leading this discussion and hosting this event. And I am so excited to be amongst those that will be your digital audience watching. And all of you that will be watching, show up, comment, at least let us know that you're there. What country are you watching from? We want to hear. We want to share the love. And so thank you. Thank you. And Ansu, we are ready to go on to, okay, this is a kind of like back to back to back. So we're going on to financial freedom. Again, I said, don't think inside of a box, and, think outside and be prepared for the miracles.
What does financial freedom mean to you? Is it peace of mind, options, or simply the power to choose your life on your own terms? Hi everyone and great day. I'm Jack Kabuga, a passionate educator, certified voice artist, and your host for the Financial Freedom Rewrite Your Money Story session happening on December 16 at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, proudly brought to you by Global Speakers Talk. Well, I used to think that financial freedom was only for the fearless or the fortunate. But I've learned it's really about clarity, discipline, and the courage to grow. Of course, without losing your values. I envision us to breaking free from what holds us back and stepping into a life of freedom with both wisdom and soul. You should be in this event because we'll be joined by one of the powerhouse speakers like Virginia Muskies, a six-figure coach who will help you break free from limiting money beliefs and create a path toward lasting financial freedom. And Shiraz Babu, international speaker, author, and reality interventionist, who will guide us to rewrite the inner beliefs that block our abundance. And that's just a glimpse. This life-changing session is part of a 10-day global gathering featuring over 100 plus speakers from around the world. And the best part, it's totally free. So what are you waiting for? Register now at the Global Speakers Talk official Facebook page and watch live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Just search Global Speakers Talk. Once again, this is Jack, and let's rewrite your freedom story together. See you on December 16th.
Thank you, Jack. Jack cannot be with us today. However, we want to, the topic that and the way that he presented it, I really want you guys to think about this, because a lot of it really, when it comes down to the dollar and cents of it all, which, the images were there and everything like this, but it's much deeper than that. And it really can go into mindset, limiting beliefs and such. And I remember, okay, again, I'm a few days old, and I remember when I was out there, started out there, and I'm hearing, I've been in the business world for, again, a few days, and I'm hearing about this limited beliefs. What are they saying? Limited beliefs. I want to make this very clear is that oftentimes our generation and generational patterns, that there are concepts that are ageless. Yet there might be new information, there might be new buzzwords, new ways of being able to present. It's like we're talking about AI. Who would have ever thought AI? Apple and let's see, what as an I, or whatever it may be. What is AI? Yet now you say AI and it's like, oh yeah, I know AI. I could talk with GPT or whatever it may be, all this stuff. And it's like our lingo of today. When you think of financial freedom is not a new concept, but there are techniques, there are strategies, there are so many things that we can implement. But when we, and you think, okay, the onion, simple. I like to keep things simple. Anybody see What About Bob, the movie? Baby step, baby step, baby steps. Take those baby steps. And something like this is like a baby step, because is it that, the question is chicken or the egg? Is it that, okay, I want financial freedom. Sure, I want to be able to do this and that. Yet, are you taking it as simple as it starts with yourself? What are your thoughts? What is your belief system? What do you feel about this? There's going to be so many areas that will be discussed, and I am so excited. Again, I get to be in the digital audience. So I want to do this right now. Who are my speakers? Who are the speakers? Oh, I love your smile. Lisa, that is a great smile. And Shiraz, oh, I'm so excited to hear from you, and Francesca, and do we have any of our other speakers? We have speakers that, let's see, who do we have that's free? We have Virginia, Shiraz. So Virginia's not with us. Shiraz, you're with us. Hello. So excited to hear from you. Joe, is Joe here? We have Joe, Francesca, you're here with us. Very excited. And we have, let's see, our view changed. Ansu, I can't see everybody now. We've got Todd, then James. Is James here? And we have Lisa. There we go. Thank you. Lisa. Like that smile. Love the smile. And Carmel. Carmel with us. We're going to be hearing from Carmel. And Yen. Yen. We're going to be, oh, there's Carmel. Okay. Digital hand. You put your digital hand and then you'll go up into the, yeah, I know these production, Zoom. Ansu made me show up every Saturday for like a month or two, because it's okay, Tamara, you're gonna learn Zoom, because I'm used to digital, the digital studios, and I'm like, Zoom, okay, I don't have a Zoom membership anymore. Nothing wrong with Zoom memberships at all, guys. It's very productive. Yet, so I want to just say, I feel it, because again, it's a tool. So I want to say thank you to our speakers, and thank you in advance, because those of you that are watching this right now, I want you to get this one too. You're thinking, okay, this is a lot of days, Tamara. So what? Look at it different mindset. I want you to, if anybody's thinking that right now, change, flip it. One of the Fab Five, Barbara Beckley, would say, flip it. Flip that mindset right now, because what you want to think is how lucky I am that I get to invest in myself right now, and to hear from these speakers that are going to help to set me up for the miracles that 2026 that are going to show up for you. Power of affirmation, the power of our words, right? And you're going to have the emotional intelligence to be able to make good decisions with the outcome that you're going to then implement. Again, we just talked about that time management, implementation. You're going to take your notes, and then you're going to do something with them. You're not going to just put them away. Oh, I did my exercise, and oof, magic is going to happen. Yes, magic will happen, but it does require a little bit of elbow grease, guys. Invest in yourself. The first investment is free when it comes to currency. Yet, the most important thing is our time, and that's priceless. So you need to make a decision. How important? Ask yourself, how important are you? And the charm here is because of the way this has been set up, you can be there live, and we want to hear from all of you live. Where are you? Are you, hashtag live? Yeah, hashtag replay. You still get credit. You get credit for showing up because this is an investment of your time, and we realize that. And here soon, we're going to be talking about relationships and love and family. And hey, we're not saying it's one or the other. No, it's all inclusive. So if you're spending time with family and such, what's really great is these things called headphones. Have you guys ever used them? They attach to our phones, and you can be listening to things at the same time, but we want you to be present. But you can be listening to things when because again, mental health in the digital world. So we're going to be giving you all the tools. And Ansu really set this up well. Global Speakers Talk. Make sure that, again, if you're just tuning in right now, I want you to get your phones out, exercise, get your phone out, go to your favorite social media platform. And if you love them all equally, like your children, then go to all of them and put in the notifications. Join. It's free. And if you've ever thought about being a speaker, I'm going to encourage you. We need to hear from you. We need to hear from you, just like we are going to be hearing from these amazing people that have the ability. I can only assume because of just what was shared in the video of what we're going to be hearing. I cannot wait. I'm just so excited. I am so excited about this topic because it's not just us and Coach, Coach Chuck, dear friend, and such. And he talks about generational patterns. And remember, guys, what you're going to be learning right now. We talk about the Fab Show, the legacy of love. Our legacy in this category, financial freedom. There's a lot of generational patterns that possibly have set you up to a certain point, right? Okay, Princess. She's like, yeah, and when we start to even just even recognizing that, there's power in that recognition. Because when we recognize this, and then we get the tools to actually do something with it, and you open yourself up to the miracles. That's what we're doing too. Open yourself up to what others would call miracles. And you're going to start changing your verbiage and thought, because we're going to be talking about that over this period of time, that you're going to be expecting this because you know what? You are that affirmation. I am, whatever it may be. And I used to think that's being inauthentic. Anybody that's been around as many days as I have, you may say, wait a minute, that's being inauthentic. And my grandparents would have had issue with me saying, I am this. Old way of thinking. Nothing wrong with it. I like old phones, right? I've got one right there. But the wrong way of thinking about it, and I'm going to say wrong, because right now, you start to realize that the power of our words and the power of all of that, and you say, I am this, and if your thing is, I am financially secure, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And then from there, the sky's the limit. Yeah. Okay. The only boxes that you'll ever see Tamara in are maybe on a digital thing, but I don't believe in them. I really don't. Anybody that knows me knows anything is possible if you believe. Everything and all things are possible. And when you say I am, and then you attach it to financial freedom, and financial freedom may mean different things to all of you out there. Yet, what does it mean to you? And if you don't know, that's even a better case to show up. So We want to say thank you to our speakers that are going to be speaking on December the 16th. Again, write it down, put it in your phone, put your notifications on, be watching it, replay. Okay, live, even better if you will, especially if you have a question or you want to just say, hey, I love you. So excited to be hearing you. I want to know more. So, and look at those smiles, and even more than the smiles right now, I'm going to say, you can see it. You see these people that are here that are going to be speaking. You see a confidence level in them. And there's a security in that confidence. Take it for what my words are saying right now. It's not an ego. It's not I'm all that in a bag of chips. There's a certain confidence that comes when you are feeling secure, that you're feeling that things are financially okay. And right now, in this world, let's be real. There's so many people that, the mental health issues and even the cancer issues and so many of these different things that are happening in the world. Do some of these play into this topic? 100%, I believe. However, so what do we do to turn that around? Well, show up and listen. Take notes and then implement. Implement what you learn. That is the best way that you can, if you will, pay back on Sue, because she's not asking for anything like that. But what she's saying is, I'm putting this out there for all of you to be able to make a difference in your life. So next we're going to be hearing about
We are living in a day and age of unprecedented change. AI is shifting things as we know it, and industries are being disrupted across the board. With all of the doubt and uncertainty, the worldwide workforce is experiencing burnout in unprecedented proportions, and leaders are being challenged now more than they ever have in the past. That's why I'm excited to be hosting the upcoming session of Leadership Resilience of the Global Speakers Talk Annual Conference. That session is going to be held on December 18th, where we are going to be joined by amazing thought leaders, TEDx speakers, and experts in the field who can help modern leaders learn how to lead with courage, confidence, and resilience in a time period where they are needed now more than ever. You can get your free ticket now. I hope you will join us, and I look forward to seeing you there on December 18th.
Kimberly. You want to raise your hand, then we'll put you into the hot seat, if you will. Hello, and then if you want to hit the digital hand on the bottom there, and then you'll come up to the top line. We want to hear from you. You know what? You put that so well, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for leading this discussion and and I cannot wait again. I know I keep saying this, but it's true. What else can you say? We've got speakers that are going to be, when you lead by example, when you have leadership, and that's so much more encompassing than most people would even imagine, right, Kimberly? What can we be expecting to hear from your speakers?
Oh, we have an incredible lineup of speakers for December 18th on leadership resilience, which is a topic that is so needed as we are moving from this industrial age where it was slow and steady wins the race to the digital age, which is much more fast-paced than that. Things are shifting dynamically, and we need leaders who can instill confidence in their employees and their communities. Whether you're the CEO of a family or the CEO of a business, resilience and adaptability are going to be key factors moving into 2026 and beyond.
Thank you for addressing that right there. Guys, I'm going to highlight that with a verbal highlight right now. That you said the CEO of families and the CEO of profession businesses. And where did you go? There you are. If you want to hit your hand again, something happened. And Cheryl, I love you, but we got to put Kimberly over in the spot. So we're going to have you undo your hand for right now, and then we'll have you bring it back up in a moment. And thank you. And Kimberly, so as you just mentioned that, because I want people that are out there right now throughout the world to realize that they need to be watching and investing the time to hear these speakers, because truthfully, I know one of them right now, and I know her topic because she comes into my organization all the time. She's very much, and is like, you would not necessarily think that comment or that content would necessarily be in a leadership resilience, and yet it makes complete sense, because when you start looking at what that really is, it's more encompassing than many people would think. Don't assume what that title means, correct?
Yes. Yep. Leadership is a way that we carry our lives and leave our influence in all aspects of our lives, not just in our professional lives. I think that's a really important point to keep in mind.
Perfect. Perfect. And so for all of you watching right now, and you're thinking, okay, yes, I'll go ahead, Tamara. I'll go ahead and put it on my calendar. Yes, you will, because no matter what you're doing out there right now, leadership, I mean, let's just be real. Leadership can even be, okay, I'm leading this group over, I'm the cookie chairman. I'm a volunteer, the Girl Scouts, or I've got my family and I want to lead them to make healthy choices. I have a business at Fortune 100 and on and on. All of the above, there's no, this, we want to get rid of that word NO. Okay. So we really want to open it up that everybody needs to be listening to what it is that your speakers are sharing. So let's have the speakers that are here right now that are going to be speaking on December the 18th. We want you to put your hands up so you can be recognized. And Kimberly, keep your hand up too. We're going to keep you up on this line. And why don't you go over who is it that will be speaking? Who will we be hearing from?
Well, as you can see, we have an incredible lineup of speakers. We're going to start our day on December 18th, around 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to start, and Cheryl Meyer is going to be our first speaker. One of the things that I love about all of these speakers, and as we talk about leadership, is they've learned their life lessons, not just, again, professionally, but through their life experience. And Cheryl Meyer is a leader and a survivor. She's an award-winning author, health coach, and will be coming to talk about how self-love is the foundation to all of our hopes and dreams, and a foundation for resilience in our leadership. She's going to be followed up by Coach MJ Tolan, who is a powerhouse leader. He's an award-winning author, a TEDx speaker. He's a keynote presenter, and he is passionate about helping entrepreneurs and professionals become influential thought leaders. He's going to be followed by Tanya Diamond, the incomparable Tanya Diamond. She's a multiple TEDx speaker. She is a world-class business and life strategist and is an absolutely phenomenal human being who I had the opportunity to work with multiple times in the past. J. Lauren Norris is going to be following up after that. He is an international leadership speaker, trainer, and coach. He has a phenomenal background in leadership, including being a founding partner of the John Maxwell team. He was a Great American Speak Off semifinalist, which, having been involved in that program before, is incredible. And he's a powerhouse who's going to help us learn more about leadership and resilience in this modern age. Following him, we will have Catherine Manswich, who empowers women over 50 to rediscover their purpose and live life with intention. And I love this topic, especially in a day and age where we have a multi-generational workforce. For the first time in the world's history, we have 6 generations in the workplace, and realizing that there is no expiration date on our influence and impact. And we'll be talking about that in her presentation. After Catherine, we will have Tom Lenoble, who is an absolutely incredible human being. His career spans Fortune 500 giants. He's a CEO of the Academy for Coaching Excellence and a leadership coach with the Miller Center at Santa Clara University. I also believe he has recently come out with a book as well. I'm looking forward to his presentation. Our last two speakers rounding up our lineup on the 18th is Jerry Rosenthal, who is the founder of Champion Mentorship. He's a leadership and communication consultant and helps entrepreneurs, businesses, and teams unlock their full potential. He's going to be a powerhouse speaker, and I'm looking forward to that presentation. And then rounding out our speakers is Jessica Gabriel, who will be, oh wait, we have one more after that. We have Jessica Gabriel, and then Paul Gordon will be completing our lineup. He's appeared on TV and worldwide stages. He's known to over 2 billion people and is going to give us a unique presentation with principles for effective self-expression and leading with resilience in the digital age. It's going to be a powerhouse lineup again on December 18th, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. And so I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Me too. And Paul, you have the best picture. I mean, my goodness, let's just be real. You know, the way that you're like you always know when you're going to be on, like, okay, there he is. Okay. Yeah. You know, awesome. Thank you.
It might be that I'm the only one that's not coming from the business world. Coming from the
there you go. I love it.
performance world, you learn how to create something that is truly performative.
There you go. There you go. So thank you. Thank you all. You know, again, we made the case. Kimberly, very well done. You know, I cannot wait. And yes, you know, total disclosure, I know, I'll tell you, if you just do anything that Cheryl, because I am an implementer, Cheryl could tell you, because she has come into our community and taught us so much, and I implement what she has shared, and it has literally changed my life. I can tell you that. And so even just that, you know, I can speak from experience. And so please, everyone, again, we made the case. I know I keep saying this, but it's true that you guys, December the 18th, you're going to be entertained, you're going to be educated, and if you implement what it is that you're going to be hearing about leadership resilience, okay, just it's important to have a title, but we're not going to be defined by the title because there's so much more going on with this day. And so show up live and in replay. And I see Ansu, I don't know if she needs to get a message to me. We're about to go into now the last day, the closing day is December the 19th. Now, like, okay, the best for last or the last for best, you know, whatever it may be. So you're going to see me today, but then I am the host on the 19th. And I'm so excited about this topic. Let's see why.
I am thrilled to be the host and one of the 10 speakers on the 9th day of Global Speakers Talk, the global event that is taking place in December of 2025. My name is Tamara L. Hunter, and day 9 is going to be about family, love, relationships, and building bonds. Why is that so important? It's because right now the world needs us all to be stepping up, to raise that frequency, the vibe, that love can actually make a difference and heal our world. So join us on December the 19th. Together, we can make a difference. Together, there can be healing through connections. Together, we can raise the frequency of the world through love.
So Tamara, what? Yeah, yeah. What can you expect to hear from our speakers? Well, Tamara, let me share with you. You know, the bottom line here is that how exciting to be. And Ansu, again, I want to say thank you for planning it this way, because this is the time of celebration. This is the time of year that we kind of like, dust off those old maybe ornaments or the old way of thinking or whatever it may be. And we create maybe those generational patterns. We can wink, wink, we can look at those and what are working for us or what's not. And maybe even, okay, what is it who are the advocates that I have in my family that I'm like stepping up and making a difference with? And go ahead. Yes. And Charles, I know I keep saying Coach Chuck, but Charles Prinzens, go ahead and raise your hand. And so you're up here on the line. And we've got Glenda. Glenda, so excited to see you. And any of our other speakers that may be showing up, do we have, raise your hand. Oh, you're funny. No, digital hand. Okay, I'll be a little bit more. You can't? Okay. Well, okay, so Charles, okay, it's not working. Okay, and then Joseph. So excited to have you here with us too. What can you be expecting, all of you out there in the digital world? What can you be expecting to hear? Well, you know what? Let's just be real. That 4-letter word, like, I don't know about you guys, but like, there's those parents that say, oh yeah, you're not supposed to have a 4-letter word and everything like this. Yes, we're encouraging the 4-letter word, love. Love. And it has everything to do with all of the other topics, because love is a frequency. Science is now coming out and saying that if we have that love, self-love, love for others, that we can make a difference in our world. And the fact that relationships and family are tied into love, and we're going to be putting it together and hearing from these speakers. And I'm going to go over it right now. We've got Joseph, we've got Brittany, who is not here right now. We've got Belinda. We have got Charles, also known as Coach Chuck, raising his physical hand. We have Lee Piper Smith. We have Glenda Kroll. We have Nadine, we have Ricardo, and we have Tracy. We're going to be hearing from these people. And we're going to be also closing out this amazing conference and saying adieu to you all until next year. These topics, our speakers, when it comes down to it, when we take our first breath and when we take our last, and then that line, that little, you have a date. I was born, and then I gained my wings. That dash. Okay. The dash is what it's all about. That dash. And it comes from, what does our heart do? Our heart pumps the blood, and scientifically it does a lot of things so that our body can function. Yet our heart, some will argue that our heart is even more important than our brain. And some will even say it's heart math, or it is our brain. There is so much involved when it comes to this topic. And there's going to be those ones, oh yes, okay, it's going to be, ooey gooey feeling and on and on and on. Yeah, it might be. Good for it. We need more of it. Yet, for those that are the business leader, for those that are the hard functioning, hard pressing, that you're out there, do you understand this? You have business, and if you don't have a culture where people want to be there, guess what? People like me, a headhunter, take all your people away because you're not sharing the love. You don't have it set up. You are not setting up your business for success. Oh, Tamara, I disagree with you 100%. Go ahead. But we know who you are, and we are going to pluck your people out, and we're going to put them somewhere where they're going to feel the love. They're going to feel that family. They're going to feel that relationship. They're going to feel that connection. So business-wise, It's dollar and cents for you to be there and understand how important this is. Generationally, how important is it? Can you change the generational patterns? Oh, yeah, my family's always been like that. So what? Can you change it? Can you cut a cord? Can you turn it around? Can you flip it? Can you do a U-turn? Can you take another and then own it and then change it from this point on? And so that generationally, you have the emotional intelligence and even some of the practical tools that you're setting up your family. And is that love? Is that changing the world and bringing it to world peace? Oh, yeah. You get those people that, oh, world peace. How do you start? Something as simple as a 4-letter word? I'll make the case. Yes. Yes. 100%. 100%. Ansu is an example of that. Anybody that's talked with her, anybody that's been a part of this, anybody that's here knows the love. She mentioned it, even in her intro, the love she has for each of you. And for all of you out there, the amount of hours that she puts into this for free is that love. And she's making a difference to be able to have our voices heard so that all of you can then share your expertise. So on December the 19th, we are going to be sharing how something as simple as a 4-letter word, something as important as relationships, something as important as family. And I'm going to say this, it can be your blood family or it can be your family by choice. It can be the human family. It can be the worldwide global family. Because all of us are important. Every single person out there, whatever your social status is, whatever country you're a part of, wherever you are, if you're breathing today, you are my family member. We are connected. The human family is connected. And we are going to be sharing and setting it off that we say, okay, this has been a spectacular event. And I belong. Whoever you are that's watching, whoever our speakers, everybody that's part of Global Speakers Talk, everybody that will be watching live or replay, I belong. I am worth it. I can get through this. I am healthy. I am financially secure. I am full of emotional intelligence. I am able to deal with AI. I am an expert. I am loved. And the first place to start is maybe sometimes the hardest, and that is with yourself. However, I do believe in hearing the speakers that you will hear and being a part of the full event. You're going to be walking away with so much value that you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I am. I am ready for 2026. Bring it on. Bring it on. We have something to share, and I want to say thank you to our speakers. And we have something to share, Ansu, that you're going to be playing right now, and that is a song that Cheryl's a part of and Ansu's a part of, and it was written to share that we can all shine from inside, and that's really what this is all about. Besides the song Global Speakers Talk and Voices of the World, and the fact that I'm going to encourage you all to shine from inside.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Woke up with a smile I didn't a breath and gave myself a break. Don't need the world to say I'm right.
I've got my spark, I've got my light.
Mirror's not a judge, it's just a friend. I'm learning how to love myself again.
No chasing perfect, that's a game. I'm showing up, not hiding shame.
Every scar, every line, just a part of my design. Not holding back, not dimming down. This is me, I wear my crown. Shine
From inside, let your colors fly. You don't need a reason why.
to laugh, to dance, to dream out loud. You're enough right here and now.
So take that step, don't second guess. The world needs your fabulousness.
You're the light, you're the vibe. Just shine from inside.
Some days are slow, some feel fast, but joy is found in things that last, like being kind or letting go of all the things I used to hold.
We've all got chapters, some we hide, but even pain can turn to pride.
I'm not a version made to please, I'm dancing to my melody.
It's never late to start again. Every story finds its pen. I'm not small, I'm not too much. I'm just right, and that's enough. Shine
From inside, let your colors fly. You don't need a reason why.
to laugh, to dance, to dream out loud. You're enough right here and now.
So take that step, don't second guess. The world needs your fabulousness. You're the light, you're the vibe.
Just shine from inside. Let go of doubt, let love in. This is the moment you begin.
The magic's real, and so are you. Be your best, it shines right through.
Shine from inside, don't hide your flame. This world will never be the same.
When you show up just as you are,
You're already a shining star. So take that step, don't second guess. The world needs your fabulousness. You're the light, you're the vibe. Just shine from inside. Just shine from inside. Yeah. Shine from inside.
Thank you. And you know what? The encouragement here is that we can all shine from inside. It can be those baby steps. And thank you for the love, because you know what? When it comes down to it, we're showing up every single day. And how are we going to show up? It is that we can show up and shine from inside to the very best of our ability. And if you will, some of the people that are involved in that, either in the front on camera or behind the camera and involved in that, are people that have been involved with, they battled cancer, they overcame, they found the will to live and to then share with others. You can too. You can too. Anything and all things are possible. So everything that is going to be shared by all of you here at Global Speakers Talk, and for all of you that will be watching, the bottom line is this: let's keep it simple, guys. Let's keep it simple, and that every day You wake up and every day you implement what you're going to be sharing and listening to and hearing, and keep it simple, but do it. Little steps, little baby steps. Find that love and shine from inside and then radiate it out. And if we can all do that on a global level, going into 2026, think of what 2026 is going to look like. And we need more of you out there, more of you to join us and bring your voices to the table. Share. I know some of you right now are saying, I think I've got something to share, but I don't know where to start, or I'm a little afraid, or anything like that. Show up. What's the worst that could happen? Anybody that knows that's around me, it's like, do over, take over. Okay, we filmed it, delete, or whatever it may be. Don't overthink it. Show up. If you have something to share, you have a format, you have a global family already saying, we welcome you. We want to hear from you. And you may say, well, wait a minute, I don't have the equipment, I don't have the clothes, I don't have anything. Show up how you are, go to the library, find it. Or, I don't have the time, I'm too successful, I've got to do this, I got to do that. But I do have something to share. Find the time, do it. Anywhere in between. We need to hear from you. You may say, wow, I don't have anything that really anybody, I could tell you how to raise a carrot. Well, guess what? We just may want to know exactly what you have to share, because there might be a metaphor to it. There might be that people want to know how to raise the better carrot. Whatever it is, we need to hear from you. And Global Speakers Talk is a format, free format, to give you a voice to share. And what a gift that is to the world. So all of the speakers, all of our hosts, all of the topics, I am humbled and grateful that all of you have invested yourselves to be a part of this event. And all of you that have watched this, will watch this, maybe we'll take a break in between, that's fine. However it is that you chunk things, there is no right or wrong. There's just do it, be there, show up, share your voice, learn from everyone, take tons of notes. Or what's also cool is that you can keep replaying it, because I'm sure it's going to be that, okay, I listened to it, I'm going to listen to it again, and this time I heard something different. I want to hear this person again. Oh, wow, I didn't hear that the first time. Well, maybe you did, but you weren't prepared to really absorb it yet, because you needed to do this from over there, because you see, it's all collective. It's been set up that you will have advancements. If you spend the next year going over what's going to be shared, I bet you anything you're going to continue to hear new things, because you will be growing through it. And what an amazing gift this is for all of you to be able to watch it for free. An investment of your time, which is priceless, and we recognize that. So with that, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be here to welcome all of you out there, all of you in the world. We welcome you, and we hope you know you are valuable and that we honor your time, and thank you for it. I want to also say thank you to all of our hosts for all the work that you have done, and for all the work that you will be doing to lead each one of these days. Thank you. And to all of our speakers, and Trust me, guys, do you know how much time is invested when someone has a 10-minute talk? Do you know how many hours that they invest to prepare for you? Trust me, it's a lot. Especially when you think about that they're experts in their fields and they're showing up to teach you, to share with you, to inspire you, to encourage you, to maybe even reassure you, and to possibly give you a roadmap if you take it. It's you need to take the action, take those baby steps. And I'm going to add here, if you feel like, okay, yeah, I'm getting some forward momentum, but my life lately, Tamara, a few steps backwards. Okay. We understand. Many possibly can relate. However, it's the momentum of movement. And you'll get it. You'll move forward. And these people here that you see, and the ones you're going to be hearing from, they're going to encourage you. And even if they don't put their actual physical arm around you and say, hey, let's do this, they are putting their arms around you in the investment of their time, their digital arm, their digital, emotional, and even showing up here, physical presence, all of the above, because we're not taking the physical out of the digital. We're using it as a tool, just like you'll be taught tomorrow. So show up tomorrow, December the 2nd, at 6 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern in the morning. That's AM, in the morning. So be ready, show up. And with that, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you out there. Thank you to all of you here. And thank you to all that will watch this year, next year, and into the future. Your voice matters. Your voice matters. You matter. And we see you. We do. So Ansu, I think we have a closing song that we're going to, and then until tomorrow.
Together we are Global Speakers Talk.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I am just so excited to be hearing each one. Anzu, thank you.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.
JB, what did you say?
It's too loud where I am right now. I
didn't hear you.
Find out, since we start tomorrow, I have some construction going on in my house, guys. I apologize. Since we open tomorrow, can you just give us? We've been on a handful of panels. Is it just